Elephant Man Podcast Network, grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man Moray DB. Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephant Man _ podcast, Facebook / Elephant Man Podcast, and of course on YouTube. Blessings, shalom, blessings to everybody. Oh man, I hope this computer act right today. This thing is blessings to everyone. Came on kind of late today. Today's thing that we're gonna talk about today is whose image and likeness are you made in? Whose image and likeness are you made in? It's based off of some different posts. Hey, listen, guys, a lot of different people have been hitting me up and emailing me. You know, I feel like Nicodemus coming in tonight. Very interesting time, and it's time to start, sharing the truth and love with folk. Blessings to everybody. Share, like, subscribe. Make sure you share this video. I want to say something's going on with my YouTube, man. My YouTube channel is crazy. So usually when we upload different videos, the way it's set up, or the way I set it up, is whatever the latest video is, that is what should be shown. But as of now, I'm gonna show you right quick my site. It's sticking. Okay, now you see these videos right here. These videos is old videos, right? 9 months ago, 10 months ago, 10 months ago, 1 year ago, right? So that's when you first come to the video. Even when you go to the home page, you go and it's just old videos, and I'll keep trying to straighten it out. So right here, these first 5 videos right here should be the last 5 videos I did. And it has been that way for a couple of months. But as of recent, the last, I want to say 3 days, they put up somebody, I don't know. I didn't rearrange these things. Now I know you can go in there, they got channel settings and different things like that. But to no avail am I able to fix that. So I will look into that a little bit more. If you know how to do that, let me know, and we'll get that fixed as soon as possible. Because what should be shown is the first or the last 4 or 5 videos that I did. That's what should be shown right now. Rachel S. Shalom. Blessings to you, Rachel S. Blessings to you. I'm gonna share this video from off the Elephant Man Facebook page. It's very interesting, man. You know, with all of the different anti-Semitic things and feelings being hurt, and so somebody posted something that was very interesting on my Facebook page. I'm gonna share it. Shout out to Blacktastic. He shared it, and then shout out to brother Brian Carter. He shared it on my tab as well. But I'm gonna share. I got two things to share off of my Facebook. I'm gonna share them real quick, and then I'm gonna show you some other stuff. And we're gonna also, it's not gonna be a long show, but we're gonna revisit that secret meeting, the so-called secret meeting back in 1991 with the music executives, right? Some of you guys know about that meeting. Others don't know nothing about it. But it was this meeting that took place to get the record execs to crank out more damaging music, more harmful music to our community. And growing up in the golden age of hip hop, you know what I mean? I would say that was what, 95, 85 to about, I'm dating myself, ain't it? 85 to, I want to say, what, 93? I would say that's the golden age of hip hop. Everything after like 96, 95, 96 is like, start getting, I don't know what's going on with it. But that's pretty much the golden age. And I might even put it 2 ranks. But they had music about partying. They had conscious rap. They had PE. They had Big Daddy Kane, Eric B. and Rakim. They had X Clan. They had all these different things, Self Destruction, and all these different songs. Then all of a sudden, in around 92, everything was gangster. If it wasn't gangster, it wasn't getting played on the air. And so this secret meeting that they had explains why happened? What was that surge in gangster rap? You know what I mean? The NWA, Snoop came out, you know, deep covered in G Thang and Doggy Style album and all these different things that those who were born during that time and heard that to come out. But I want to share this thing that a record exec leaked out. It was on my Facebook. I think it's pretty interesting. Shout out to Black Tastic as well as Brian Carter down in Indianapolis Overcomers Church. Shout out to them. But I'm going to share this real quick. It's very interesting. So hopefully it play.
Be real with you. I don't think it's going to change. Y'all know sex sells. Y'all know death sells.
Oh, wait. Hold on. He at the end of the video.
From Migos died. I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I have a unique experience in. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, you know, Lil Yachty, the list goes.
Oh, come on now. It's Ghetto Fabulous, man. Ghetto Fabulous.
On and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, you know, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers, and I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this. A bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives, the record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex, period. The industry is obsessed with it, but those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. Facts. But they're encouraging you to push it on yours, and they're paying you handsomely to do it. Woo! The reality is I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, you know, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. You know, they create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. Straight up. Their method in the black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life than they are of anything else. So I challenge you, use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. That's a fact. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. Uh-oh. You about to say. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult. And they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Woo! Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Wow. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, so where did the money go? And to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. Facts. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it.
Whoa. That dude just exposed everything, y'all. This man just kind of showed y'all the secret formula of how these music industry executives make money off the culture, pimp these artists, and ultimately continue to push a culture that celebrates death. And all we care about nowadays is sex, money, murder, drugs. I mean, this guy just exposed some serious stuff, even to the fact of how the record executives are robbing the rappers and giving them false statements on their royalty checks, saying that they spent $100,000 on music videos. And this music video director is saying, we don't even see the money. He's actually saying that they're laundering some of the money and putting it in shell companies, and the rappers not even seeing the money they deserve. Not only that, he's exposing how they are pushing this murderous, kill, sex, money, drugs type of music on our people, but not pushing it on theirs. How come country music could win a Grammy without killing nobody? How come pop music could win Grammys and awards without killing nobody? Why is it that the rap music always got to be about dark, negative, and destructive topics? And it's literally to the point where the community has been brainwashed so much that if a rapper isn't talking about that, we don't even want to hear it. Come on, let's be real, bro. Positive rap music don't sell. A female rapper who's fully dressed and not naked don't sell no records. Come on now, we see it. One thing about this is he issued a challenge to the hip hop community. You know one thing about people who are in the gangster rap culture, they sure do love a challenge, don't they? See, the rap culture has been fueled with so much ego and pride that the one thing you could do to get them to respond is to challenge them. When I did my update video on Takeoff's demise, and I pointed out how Quavo tried to de-escalate the situation and walk away. And a lot of people were saying, and Quavo not knowing this, that when Quavo walked away and said, man, let me get out of here before I hurt somebody.
I'm gonna hurt somebody, bro.
Though he was trying to de-escalate the situation and be the bigger man and walking away, a person with the wrong mentality would see Quavo's words as a challenge. And see, that's one of the problems in our community, that we only respond to what we think is a challenge. Somebody challenging your ego, challenging your manhood, testing your gangster. And so even though Quavo walked away and said, man, let me get out of here before I hurt somebody, the wrong person with a gun would hear challenge. And so isn't it so ironic that this record executive knew in his history and time of working in the music industry with rappers, he knew exactly what to say that would trigger black people and say, I challenge you to do better. I challenge you to show the fathers that you really are. What he's saying is, guys, some of these rappers, and we ain't saying no names, we don't know who he talking about, but some of the rappers that he worked with in the music industry, he said, bro, I know y'all really family men. I know that y'all rather be in the house with your kids, but you got to go out to the club because you a rapper. And so you got to keep up that image. I know that you love your wife and you love the black woman that you married, but you got to act like you single because you a rapper.
Wow. Hold on, man. I got stuff playing. Hold on. The most ghetto show known to man.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Listen up.
All right.
I never went to see the Black Panther.
All right. You know, YouTube, sometimes it showed it. I mean, Facebook, it showed the next video. Yeah, man. He said, use your power to do the right thing, man. Use your power to do the right thing. Another thing, I was going to show this other part of the video too, but that record exec, it shouldn't have to come from them for us to be like, you know what I mean? We need to do the right thing. We need to change. We need to, shalom, Brother Calvin. Shalom, Brother Ernest Higgs. Shalom. Systematic planned destruction, no different than taking the man out of a home or addicting the mother to drugs. Amen. For real though. Soraya, shalom, blessings to you, blessings to you. But that's very interesting. I want to show the video, but I had this one video of Cardi B. She got a daughter named Culture, and she was playing her song, and when her daughter came in there, she hurried up and stopped it real quick. She didn't even want her own daughter to hear the song, right? So I think that we should always be proud of material that we make. But my question is, Why would you not want her to listen to the song? Again, this is not a roasting and getting on rapping session, but we need to have these are grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room. Why wouldn't you want your daughter to listen to this? She's going to eventually hear it when she get old enough, but you're somebody else's daughter the same age. I don't know if her daughter is 4 or whatever, but she's a younger girl. Somebody else's daughter going to listen to it and play it and dance to the video and all that, right? They're gonna dance. As a matter of fact, I'm about to pull that up. But they're gonna listen to it. They're gonna take heed to it. A lot of different musicians don't even listen to their own music, right? I know for a fact a lot of the record execs, and the only reason I'm on all of this today is because people they all offended and their feelings got hurt, and we saying anti-Semitic stuff, this, that, and the other, and you saying hateful, hurtful words, and just taking stuff all out of context, right? Stuff all hateful, hurtful. Okay, man, you get to live to tell about it. A lot of people in our community, it's lights out. You get to send your kids to private school. We got to send our kids to the morgue. I'm going to say that again. You get a chance to send your kids to private school. We got to send our kids to the morgue. And it don't have to be at our front door or our kids per se that we know for it to be our kids. You get what I'm saying? So, but if you call it out, you anti-Semitic or whatever. But I'm going to show the video. I found the video. I pulled it back up. I am going to show this video. It's real short. Somebody else put this in my stuff. So put these different things in the YouTube and the Facebook page, and we can chop it up about it. You can send me emails too. And it's very interesting. But check this out. Truth Unveiling Ministries. Very, very interesting. Here's Cardi B dancing to a song. Her daughter comes into the room right under her arm on the right side, and she turns it off. Let's see. Can we get this audio going? And let's see.
And immediately, Cardi B turned off the song. Her fans were shocked. So they asked Cardi B, why did you turn off the song when your daughter walked into the room? Cardi B responded by saying she doesn't allow her daughter to listen to her music. Watch this.
Oh yeah, kids are here. I forgot.
Did y'all notice how fast she turned off her music when her daughter walked into the room? So, however, if the artist doesn't want her child to be exposed to her music, why in the world you'll want your child exposed to her music? Right now on social media, parents are making videos of their children dancing provocative to Cardi B's music. How many times Cardi B encouraged young people not to listen to her music? Have you heard it in her songs, on an interview, or any platform? The only thing she said after she got caught is that her music is made for adults. So if it were only for adults, why are children allowed to attend her concerts?
Again, I'm not running up on her. We having grown man conversations dealing with elephants in the room, right? Everybody talking about their community and how they got hurt and how they feelings hurt and anti-Semitic, da. Again, if you can live to tell about it, it's not as worse as getting to the morgue or getting locked up, right? I'm not making what they've been through less than. I'm not making it less than, right? But I am saying this. The artist you seen did not even let her daughter listen to it. It's a lot of artists that do not let their children listen to it. So my question is, but before I do that, let's read. I got the article right here. Again, I ain't getting on her as an individual, right? But this is somebody else's image, y'all. This is not us. Now, some of us, right? They only promote a certain style, a certain way, how we are. We are multifaceted, multi-dimension, talented people. We are very talented people. We are not just killers. We're not just drug dealers. We're not, and I know you say, was culture represent art or art represent the culture? We get all of that. And it is bad. You know, I'm just telling stories of how I grew up and what's going on. But yeah, I get that too. But what that brother say, that record exec say, use the power to do the right thing. Even he was tired, right? He couldn't even get it on his conscience. But this is what she said. She said, rapper responded to the criticism for turning the track off when Culture walks into the room. Culture is her daughter. It's safe to say that Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, WAP, was one of the defining tracks in 2020. Appropriate then that Cardi rounded out the year singing along to the song on the Instagram video until her daughter Culture popped up in the background. Now the rapper has responded to the criticism focused on the video, not because she's freaking men out or triggering the conservatives, but because she turned the music off when Culture came in, right? You try to go to the Twitter, that Twitter is gone. But this is what it said. There's moms who are strippers, pop P, twerk, all night for entertainment. Does that mean they do it around their kids? No. Stop making this a debate. It's pretty much common sense, right? And so that was her response to it. Again, I'm not getting on that young lady. I'm just saying we need to come together as a community and say, yo, enough is enough, right? We can't get other people to respect us if we don't respect us, right? We can't. We have to start with ourselves. We got to hold ourselves accountable. You know what I mean? And show love to one another, man. We have to. Lady Summer, we are the talents and the gifts, right? We are the nation builders, man. We build nations. Nations get built off our backs. I'm just saying that, right? But I say all that to say this. Those are not our images. Those are not our images, family. Faithful sister and Yah, shalom, blessings to you. Shalom, brother. I don't know who this is right here, but type your name in the chat because Facebook don't have the whole, they don't show the names. But so I say all that to say, man, we challenge our community to do better, right? We don't want to live in perpetual sin. We don't want to shed in the innocent blood, right? We want to do better as a culture. We want to do better as a culture. Again, Shalithia 51, Shelthala 51, Orlando. Oh, blessings to you, brother Orlando. Blessings to you. All right. So let's read this article real quick. It's going to be a short live, but I just thought about that because I'm reading a lot of the articles. And then I think, I don't know how true it is, Kyrie got to fulfill all 6 of those demands by next week, or I guess he's going to kick him off the team. Okay? It's wild. All right? So I'm going to read this, then I'm going to read the secret meeting. But that image is not our image. And for some of us who do feel that way, that's not the collective. But we will promote that. Right? We will promote that. All right. So let's share the screen right here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put this in the chat real quick. It starts at home. Don't blame her for holding a standard at home with the child. Some of us don't. Ooh, dang. Shots fired. It starts at home. Don't blame her for holding a standard at home with the child, and some of us don't. But I'm saying you would think, I get what you're saying, but you would think that, man, the gloves is off and it's all good. We can all listen to it together. You know what I mean? If I got a product, if I work at Tropicana, my kids ask me what I do. I make orange juice, baby. I'm bringing orange juice home to the family, and I'm talking about it. I'm passing out business cards, right? It's got to be a level of dysfunction for us to justify it, right? And she's probably she is very talented. She don't have to do all of that. You know what I mean? And we don't even know that because we have been down so bad and our money has been so funny that we just say, man, look, whatever it takes. You know what I mean? To get, I gotta get my bread. So this right here, White and Ish men run the major record companies, and it's all tying into the. You hurt my feelings. You doing hate. This is promoting hate amongst ourselves. Right? The drill music, right? The radio stations, the record companies. This is promoting hate amongst ourselves, and this is not even our image. Genesis 1:26 said, we are made in the image and likeness of Yah, right? This is somebody else's agenda and somebody else's image of who we are and who they want us to be. And anybody who take on their image, right? Anybody take on the image of the beast can get paid. Multi-Record was black owned, and they never put out any song that was harmful or degrading to blacks. Black people that own Motown, they loved and cared about blacks, and they never did anything to harm blacks. Motown was never used as a vehicle to exploit and show negative images of black people. Motown created more superstars than any record company, even to this day. Everything was clean on Motown. You can't find one song on Motown that records disrespect or degrading to black people. But for the past 30 years, the White and Ish run record companies have put out songs that have trashed and degraded black people in every kind of way. So let us take a look. All right. Here are some White and Ish men that run the major record companies. These are these men that allow people to make songs about killing blacks. These are the men that allow people to make songs about black people jiggers. I don't know what that means. These men use their record companies to sell and promote songs that degrade blacks. They would never allow to make derogatory songs about Jews or any other group, but they think that it's okay when people make derogatory songs about blacks. They would never allow anybody to make songs about the Ish people being called kikes. That's a derogatory term for the Jewish people. Fair use. Fair use. Let's put that fair use up there as I read this stuff. But they take this down, put this in the back of the. We just chewing the fat, y'all. We just chopping it up today. Nobody holding y'all here, but all the major record companies are headed. Okay. A person can't just record and release any song they want to. The executives and the people that's high up that run the record companies, they bring the artists and they listen to the whole record. And then they say yes or no, or whether to release the record or not. They know that those songs that are degrading and harmful to our community, but they don't care. Every record company in America can easily say, no, we refuse to release songs like this. We don't want our name being a part of anything that is harmful to any African-American community, anybody. These are the people that run them. Lucien LaGrange, an Ish man, and he's the president and CEO of Universal Music Group. It might be updated, but these are some of the guys who was on there. It's one of the largest major record companies out. They put songs that promote black on black violence, right? Billionaire Benson Belair is a majority owner of Universal Music Group. Bill Ackman, an Ish man, he's also one of the owners of Universal Group. He's a billionaire. Sony is another major record label that's put out a lot of negative songs about blacks. Rob Stringer, an Ish man, and he's a chairman and CEO of Sony Music and Columbia Records. Doug Morris, Ish man, he's a former president and CEO of Ish Music. Kevin Keller, Ish man, he's a chief operating officer at Sony. Warner Music has played a major role in degradation of Black people in songs. Stephen Cooper is the president and CEO of Warner Music Group. Lynn Blacknick is Ish, and he's the owner of Warner Music Group. He's a billionaire, and his net worth is $29 billion. Wow, $29 billion. Man, that's wild. Okay. So Zach Horowitz, Ishman, he's the chairman and CEO of Universal Music Publishing Group. Jack Janik, a chief operating officer, Interscope. Joel Mata, Italian, he used to be president of Def Jams. I'm just showing you these different things. Barry Weiss, Ishman, CEO of Island Def Jam Records, till he recently resigned. Okay. Fresh to death right there. Steve Bartlett then became the president, chief operating of Def Jam. Paul Rosenberg, Ish, he is now the current president of Def Jam Records. Rick Rubin is the founder of Def Jam. All right. Tommy Iovine, one of the Ish people, one of the co-founders of Interscope Records with Eazy-E. Jim Levine, I'm sorry, I said Tommy Iovine. Jimmy Levine. Ted Koppel, president of Virgin EMI. Peter Edge, president of RCA. Right? I can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And they probably gonna really take this video down. But anyway, I said all that to say, well, that's for the first hurtful, hateful, harmful, harmful. Our whole community is being decimated by this music, man. Again, I'm not dogging them out, but we got more expression than just what's shown. So I'm gonna put that the link to that in the chat. But I'm saying, my man posted. Now they might even say that's hate, and that's public record. That link that I put in there, that's public. That's public. I didn't create that. I didn't come up with that. That's public record, right? Right? That's public record. But if you call it out or point attention to it, then you everything but the child of the Most High. Okay? So now I'm going to show this other thing. But like I said, that is not our image. That we are the face of it, but that's not our image. Don't be fooled. Right? It's really, really not our image. It's not our image, guys. They changed the course of music. Oh yeah, I'm gonna reread that that secret meeting. And the reason I hold it to be, I think it's true, is because like I said, I was a part of the golden age of hip hop from when they first started. You know what I mean? Well, not first started. You know what I'm saying? But I was young when they first started coming out. Then it, you know what I mean? You have songs, party songs, and everybody was expressing themselves. Me, myself, and I, and parents just don't understand. I'm saying everybody wasn't shoot your killer, wasn't a killer, right? But what happened was, well, I'll talk about what happened with that in a minute. Let's read some of this. Whose image and likeness are you made in? Okay. Hidden agenda, a secret or ulterior motive for something. See, this is the thing, y'all. I like when people say that the toothpaste is out of the tube and you can't put it back in there. They can take these different videos down off of Amazon, and they can suspend Kyrie indefinitely and do all these different things. But it's out now. It's over with. It's over with. It's game over. Because you can't even talk about it. Or it's hate. No, you are promoting hate. Or you are allowing hate. Or you are refusing other creative expressions from my family, from my kinfolk to be expressed. Right? Now, some folk might feel like that. But other folk, they got a whole other song and they ain't got to say one cuss word. Again, I'm not judging those who do that. I'm just saying we got a whole collective expression, right? What does it say? Sing for us, Zion. Sing for us, Judah. So how can we sing in a strange land? The bodies and souls of men, right? You see how they neutered our men, right? Neutered them boys. My heart is so hurt, right? I was like, I couldn't believe it. People we look up to our leaders, and then humiliated him, and people not coming. You know, not saying that they got to come to his rescue, but I'm telling you that endorsement shouldn't be over that. You shouldn't put that endorsement over your morals, over your standards, right? You shouldn't do that, man. I would say something, but I got to deal with Gatorade. I got to deal with Nike. I got a deal over here I'm about to work with. Nah. Why your community is decimated, tore up. Rap music is not just for entertainment. 90% of the rap music we hear has a purpose and agenda. And I'm telling you, I used to make the music, right? We was on our way trying to get us a deal and everything on the smart record label. So I'm not beating these folk up. The reason I think that we call it 15 minutes of fame is because they take young and impressionable artists, and look, you throw a plate of weed in front of them, and a couple of chicks, and some bottles, and you know what I'm saying, stroke your ego a little bit, put a check. Man, they like, that's bad. You know what I mean? We don't even know that we're doing what we're doing, right? So by the time we wake up, they on to the next. They on to the next set of people. Because it's not that the person is old and outdated and can't rap. Like, I heard LL Cool J do a song recent. I heard KRS-One do a song recent. Rakim do a song recent, and Big Daddy Kane. And let me tell you, the song was amazing. Okay? We have been programmed to say, oh, they old, they washed up. You know what I mean? After you get past 25 something, you ain't gonna be good no more. Man, no, sir. Busta Rhymes and all these different guys, they still got lyrical content, right? And you know, but I'm just like, wow, okay. That's because I've been brainwashed. Okay, they old, they washed up, they 45, they 50, no, them boys good. Now in sports, okay, Jim Brown can't run, Bo Jackson can't run like he used to, or Jordan can't fly like he used to. But in the music, that's poetry. That's a poetic expression. Some of them boys still is amazing to me. Very impressive. The main purpose is to mislead and destroy the listener. There is an agenda to destroy the youth with rap music. The lyrics are anti-Christ, anti-life, anti-family, and anti-empathy. No empathy towards nobody else, right? So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if you don't have empathy towards yourself, you want to be accepted and loved by surrounding communities, but you don't accept and love yourself. This Elephant Man Podcast Network, okay, anytime it's too rough, you guys can always log off. I'm not hating. I'm just saying, it just made me think about the different things that Kyrie got to do and all these different things, and what was the charges? He showing hate. He's doing this, that, and the other. He's hateful, harmful, this, that, and the other. And then they friends and cousins is helping put out hateful and harmful material that's killing us. You send your kids to private school, and we send our kids to the morgue and to jail. No. Nope. That's not happening. No, sir. They want to make the evil normal. It's common knowledge that popular music industry is dominated by a few huge companies. These are referred to as the big three: Universal Music Group, Sony Entertainment, and Warner Music Group. I talked about them. Okay, well, I don't know how this slide got in here. Well, I was going to talk about the destruction of the 10 Commandments. This is just a monument, y'all. I think it was in Alabama. They was like, we strayed on the 10 Commandments, and then they destroyed the statue. That's cool. You could do that. That's just granted. You know, if it's not in your heart anyway, it doesn't matter if the commandment monument is standing or not. Okay, because that's just a sign of anarchy and lawlessness and rebellion against the Most High. All right. So, I mean, I'm not all like, oh, they tore up the 10 Commandments monument. No, I wasn't. I was like, okay, well, let's just show us where we at, right? Lil Xan, I just actually seen this video right here, and I'm not dogging these folk out. You got 666 on the candle. Instead of anarchy, you got Xanarchy. Popping Xanax, right? XX and Yachty. And Louis Vert, right? These are not our. This is not us. Lil Dicky, Lil Pump. This guy right here, I forgot his. God, what's his name? Married to the Game, right? He out there with a wedding dress on, and some ARs talking about I'm married to the game. I forgot this brother's name. Well, this is a couple of years ago though. All right, and then Lucifer has an after-school program, After School for Satan. Right, so I'm just saying, billboards up and everything, Trippie Redd, and then you get it. Once you get one class, the next class is coming right out. Again, I'm not dogging these folk. I'm just saying, we need to pray, y'all. It's just time to pray, man. It's been time to pray. Ruhama, blessings to you, sister. Ophies, blessings to you. Yeah, so I know folk some people are gonna look at this show and be like, hey, man, I get it. It's tight, but it's right, like the pastor say. It's tight, but it's right. And what's gonna happen is the salt and light in the earth is not gonna comply to the ways of this world. We're gonna hold the line and we're gonna stay focused on the things that are most high, and we're gonna be a threat to the progressivism, the progress that these folk trying to make, right? But we're gonna wake our people up. And I told you I had a vision back in 2017. I'm eating lunch and I seen the artist. I didn't see his face, and he wrote the song and he was collaborating with somebody on the song. And all of a sudden, and this is before before the awakening. All of a sudden, it just he just woke up and he looked at his lyrics and he said, "What am I doing?" Like he woke up out of a sleep. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, man, I can't do this song. I can't record this song. And in this vision, everybody in the studio was mad. Like, bro, we didn't pay you this money. We got you out here, man. We need you to come on, finish this song. Da, 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 da. It's going to be hot, this, that, and the other. And he would not do it. He's like, man, I can't do it. It's like, so, and that's crazy. You know, I seen that it's a vision. It was like a vision. And so that's very interesting, man. He just stopped the song he was writing it, he was about to record it. But Jason Camphor from Baltimore, what's going on, cuz? Rachel S., I think I said hello to you. Angela Bowen, shalom, blessings to you, shalom. So we definitely gonna be praying, but I'm gonna read this the secret meeting. The reason that they had this enclosed and fair use. Let me play my little fair use commercial I done made. Let me play my fair use commercial. Let me see, can I play that? All right, check out my little ghetto commercial, y'all. Check it out. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Again, fair use. Y'all like that? Praise y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and you ain't gonna be able to see it, but I'm gonna read it. New direction in rap music, a meeting in 1991. And I know this is true because there was a drastic change in our content. When I say our, I'm talking about our community. There was a drastic change in our content after 1991. I can remember 91, 92. You know what I mean? It started, you know what I mean? It went from Fight the Power and all this stuff to it was only one style, one song, one way, right? How to do music. And it has progressed since then. But it was glorifying our demise. I should say it like that. And I'm not shameful of where I come from. I grew up in a single parent household. And I'm blessed to be here. And I have friends. I just was out with a buddy last night and was talking about how a lot of our friends died. They're gone. But the Most High, we still here. So I think the Most High, we still here for a reason and for a season and for a purpose. And so we gotta help others out. We gotta educate and help others out, right? And so what's going on with my self-destruction? Right. That song was very good, man. It was very good, right? And it started No More Corny Rap ended Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, the Kid playing, and De La Soul. Yeah, but that was some people's realities, though. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody that wasn't the image and likeness of everybody. You know, the image and likeness is, man, it's just me, myself, and I. Man, I'm just De La. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? The native tongue, they having fun. You know what I'm saying? And those kids who that was their life for real. So they can identify with that song, right? They like, sure, just, hey, man, just me, myself, and I, you know, Daisy age, you know what I mean, or whatever. And that's what they identify with. So it's almost like if you only got one style, if you listen to it, you're forced to identify with it. And a lot of suburban kids are sitting at home safe, listening to this music, right? Listening to the culture, glorifying it. And this is like our real life for real. Y'all know how the war on drugs hit our community real bad. And so now to say, man, you know what? We about to it's gonna be medicinal and recreational weed. I'm like, what? Medicinal and recreational weed. When they did, I was like, what? Our whole community is destroyed by that now, man. Nicole Marie, shalom, blessings to you. Our community is, man, you know, you can't, I'm telling you, every family, some kind of way, form, or fashion was affected by that. Our community got messed up, man. It was a lot of nonviolent offenders, but it's because of this, what I'm about to read, the privatization of the prison started increasing. Because the prison was like a state thing. You know what I'm saying? The new Jim Crow, y'all know that stalk by Miss Michelle. But the prison was a state thing. But then when it was like I listened to Straight Outta Compton too, though. Oh no, that was our soundtrack. No, right. Compton's Most Wanted, Spice One, DJ Quick, you know, West Side Connection. I mean, no, I was right. That was our soundtrack. But I'm saying I had all of that. Too Short, all of that. But I'm saying we didn't know as kids. It just started changing. You know what I'm saying? It just changed. And we just went with the flow. All right. We ran all black Raiders. All right. We wearing socks. Socks change their colors from red, white, and blue to black. Put on your your starter jacket. Bam. You know, I went from shell toe Adidas to and having fun to, man, you know what I'm saying? Trying to live something that wasn't you. So the private industry, the privatized prison is what happened. So they started letting people go into business of having a private prison. Well, you get so much per head per bed, if I should say. So whatever prison, how many prisons you got, that's how much money you get to run that prison and how much money you make. Well, if ain't no crimes committed, the beds ain't gonna be filled. And if the beds is not being filled, then you ain't making no money. So this is the most wickedest, demonic, Luciferian, satanic plan. I ain't gonna get going. This is a terrible plan, right? So you lock young people up, old people up. You lock the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker up. You locked everybody up. Non-violent offenders up. You added, to fill those beds up, right? So you can make money. War on drugs. And I remember, you know, our neighborhood, the crack, the user and the seller got locked up, right? Y'all know. The user and the seller. The user got locked up because he was in possession of something illegal. But now, come down with the opioid crisis. It's a crisis, and we need intervention, and we need EpiPens, and I'm like, he has an illegal substance on him. He's not getting locked up because it's not the majority of us, right? He got what? he get intervention, man, the crack people that was taking crack, they got locked up because they was caught with illegal substance. What? Oh man, the game then changed. And then crack wasn't as strong as cocaine powder. Cocaine powder was the rawest form, right? Crack was stepped on, meaning that it was cooked down, for those who don't know, and stuff is added to it. Say no crack recipe on the air. That ain't what we're doing right now. But it was stepped on. It's like if you had a cup of coffee, you added a whole bunch of cream, a whole bunch of sugar, you added some water to it. It's coffee, but it's watered down coffee, if I should say it like that, right? So, but then you got more time for a less potent rock than if you had got caught with powder, because the Beverly Hills and all of them, they were snorting and doing all this stuff. They might take this show down. They was doing all of that, right? And so if you get caught with it, we don't want to, we want to hit you up that bad. But who majority of the people, the black and brown people, the so-called black and brown people did the crack, right? And you got more time for a product that wasn't as powerful. It still was harmful, but it wasn't as powerful because it was stepped on, right? Okay, so let me read this real quick because I'm going on the rant, man. Y'all got me worked up. I'm trying to chill. I promise I'm gonna have a nice show next week. I don't know why I get into these kind of shows. All right, rap music and private prisons, 1991. Okay, let me Okay, made it bigger. I don't know if y'all can see that. Am I projecting it? Again, I'm not trying to work y'all up. We chewing the fat, y'all. We chewing the fat. Some people look at this show as being negative and me working people up. I'm not. We just chewing the fat. And it's because of all of the late indictments against brother. Brother Kyrie and all that. And still can't tell what he did and how he did it. We love a good conspiracy theory, but even ones that ring true can always be trusted. But then again, our entire global history is a rifle of real conspiracies. Okay. So he said, Wax Poetics, along with many other good people in the music publishing industry, received an email today from an anonymous source claiming to be a former insider, just like that one brother at the beginning of the show. If you are just getting here, you watch the beginning of the show, playback. We have chosen to post this to our former audience to read the claims of Mr. John Smith. Hello, after 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. I have struggled a long time weighing the pros and cons of making this story public, as I am reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names, blah, 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 blah. Between the late 1980s and early 90s, it was what you call a decision maker who was one of the more established companies in the music industry. It came from Europe in the 1980s and quickly established. I came from Europe in the 1980s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then. Since technology and media were inaccessible to people like they are today, the industry had more control over the public and had a means to influence them any way they wanted. Let me explain why. Early in 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of music business insiders to discuss rap music new direction. So they want to take the rap music into a new direction. Little did I know that we were actually participating in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices I've ever seen. The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 20 to 30 people there, most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the meeting. Many of us did not care for rap music and failed to see the purpose of being invited to a private gathering to discuss its future. Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior, the formal appearances, they didn't seem to be in our industry. Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign confidentiality agreements, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. Needless to say, this intriguing, I'm not going to read this all, and some of the cases disturbed many of us. The agreement was only a page long, but very clear on the matter, and the consequences stated of violating the terms will result in job termination. Okay. Quickly after the meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who I shall remain nameless, thanked me for attending. He gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by his first name and gave no further details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but it was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industry and congratulated us on being selected as part of a small group of decision makers. I'm going to jump down. He explained the companies we work for had invested millions into building a privately owned prisons, and our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Terrible. I remember many of us immediately looking at each other in confusion. At the time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what they had to do with us. And we were told that the prisons were built by private-owned companies to receive funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more money the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons were privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we've been able to buy shares. Most of us was taken back, and a couple people asked what that had to do with us. Jump down to this. This is the last verse I'm going to read. He told us since our employees have become silent investors in the prison business, it was now their interest to make sure these prisons remain filled. But I tell you, all right, we got to keep these beds filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by marketing music which promotes criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy personal stocks into the prison. So basically, I asked him why was he involved in something this corrupt, and he replied that it was bigger than the music business and nothing that we wanted to challenge without the risk of consequence. So basically, okay, I ain't want to read all that whole thing. Rumor how what? Sorry, did not see that happening. Thanks, Calvin. Oh yeah. Yeah, get rid of this sex fine biz. Man, people coming in here. We trying to talk business and they tripping. But basically, everybody signed the papers. They told them what was going on. Some people was with it. And then some was like, nah, man, it's crazy. So it's like, oh, it's crazy? All right, escort them out. Y'all remember, don't say nothing. So that was the plan that they had. They had private meetings that conspire together against us. They wouldn't even let their children listen to it. You're not proud of your work? Why would you let your children and grandchildren listen to the music that your partners make? Why not? Why not? Seriously though. Why wouldn't you let them listen to it? It's got to be something wrong with it. If you're not letting them listen to it. It's got to be. It's got to be. And we know it's harmful to us. It's very, very harmful to us. We are made in the image and likeness of the Most High, right? We are called to, Judah means praise. We are called to lead people to the Most High, not to lead people away from the Most High. The gifts and talents are without repentance, and we have been sold like a harlot. We have been sold to the highest bidder. This is the reason. in closing, why to know who we are, whose we are, and our purpose is very important, right? Because we know that, if you just replacement theology, neither Jew nor Greek, taking stuff out of context, right? It don't matter if you're Hebrew or not. It don't matter if you're the people. No, it does matter, right? Because to whom much is given, much is required. And if we know who we are and whose we are, we'll walk and talk and act and think a certain way. We'll walk, talk, act, and think a certain way, right? We won't be selling our soul to the synagogue or Hasatan. Y'all know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about. So the next time you come out and say something like, man, I ain't blaming them, but I'm saying they are allowing those different things. They say what comes out and what not comes out. If the music is good enough, is it gangster enough? Bet. Put it out. Because we know that little people gonna watch out. We're gonna give you an endorsement and they're gonna watch. And they're gonna, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he, they're gonna respond to the culture that they think it is theirs. They think that's what they're supposed to do and say and act. They think that because it's all that's in front of them. It's a representation all in front of them. That's the agenda being pushed, right? Why it's not encouraged to read, right? Man, that's soft. That's lame, man. No, we could do more than play basketball, baseball, football, rap, act. We could do those things too. Pretty darn good. But we can do a lot of other stuff too. So they need to see the representation of a doctor, of a young person going to school to be a lawyer, of whatever, an artist, right? They need to see full representation of all of that, right? Do you know the impact that Venus and Serena had on young ladies playing tennis? Tiger had on people playing golf. Those are still sports, but still, say, man, I can do that thing. It's not lame, right? And we are so concerned about not being lame, or we want to be accepted. We've been rejected so much, we'll take any kind of acceptance. We want to be accepted so bad. But if we know that we're the apple of the Most High's eye, and we are made in His image and His likeness, and He loves us unconditionally, and He's married to the backslider, and He didn't replace us like we've been taught, right? Then we'll walk and talk and act a certain way. I just really believe that. So if I got an agenda making you be a certain way, and you turn around and say, hey, man, it's some more to your history. Like literally, you get six credit hours in school, you get a core 40 in high school. 6 credit hours is social studies. And when it comes time to learn about us, we learn about the slave ship, the Atlantic slave trade. We don't learn before the Atlantic slave trade, and that's by design. We don't learn, but that ain't happened. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Holocaust ain't got nothing to do with it. That wasn't on this soil, but we gonna learn about Anne Frank, Schindler's List. Peep game. Open up your sons or your daughters or your grandson or your granddaughter's social studies book. Say, hey, bring your paper here. Bring your notebook. Bring your stuff here and look through it. Just look through it and see what's being taught. It's gonna start with the ships docking on 1619. You ain't going before that. They ain't talking about that. Nothing before that. Right? So it's important who we are. You cut us off from being a nation and change our names. That's been going on since what? Babylon. Right? They changed the name to Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, changed their names, and everybody's name is being changed to that culture, assimilate to that culture. Your names is being changed. You ain't Toby. I mean, you Toby. You ain't Kunta Kinte. Kunta Kinte connects you to something. And no, that's a movie. For somebody to say that was a movie you was referencing. We know. But Kunta Kinte connects you to a land to a culture, to a people, right? But if I strip you of your name and your culture and your people, you are what I say you are, right? No, I'm not. I am who the Most High say I am, because I'm created in His image and in His likeness. And this is really interesting when He said, "My people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray." And people don't even know. They naming their daughter. I work in a school, and it is a lot of YAHs at the end of them names. And I just sit and I just laugh as I pass out notebooks, or I just read the names on the board, and Kia, Aliyah, Taliyah. I just sit there and laugh like they don't even know who they are, but yet still on the inside, they naming their kid Taliyah, Kaliyah. And I'm just like, Isaiah, Jeremiah. And I'll just be like, man. And I just sit there and I just be like, wow, that's amazing. Right? And so the awakening is important. Who we are is important. Right? We are made in the image and likeness of the Most High Yah. So I'm going to read some comments and I'm going to get out of here because I ran on a little bit. Have the link to the video of the private prison discussion. All right, Brother Jones. If you want to put it in there, you can. That private prison discussion. Okay, yeah. Shalom, brother. Y. Jones. Blessings to you, Ruhama. Sex Biz, you wrong. We gonna get you up out of there, put you in timeout, and block the user. I'm gonna block the user. Cause you don't come up in here with all that. We trying to be chilling. Error occurred. Try refreshing the page. Might as well get that out of here. Anyway, let's see. Blessings to y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Oh, wow. My mom's in the building. Shalom. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Shalom. Blessings to you. It's very important. It's very important. Now, we ain't going to overdo it because everything, the red, black, and green ain't for Elohim. We going to do that too. They try to get us. Everything red, black, and green ain't Elohim because we are for the Most High, period, point blank. Right? We ain't going to get into the sorcery and all that stuff just because it got a red, black, and green on it. Nope. We try the spirit by the spirit, straight up and down. Yahweh don't share. You know what? You know how I say Yahweh don't share. He love his people. And he changed not. They are hidden. Elephant Man Podcast Network. Oh, they're hidden? Well, I try to take it off. On this end, they not letting me do it. Man, they're crazy. Anyway, I do got to fix it because this video right here should be the next video that's coming out. And the first 5 videos is videos from last year. Some Juneteenth and 2021 year in review. And I'm like, that's not my newest video. What y'all doing? Anyway, thank y'all for joining. We chilling. I'm gonna break it down. I'm gonna break it down, and it's a lot of resources from brother Pastor Kelly, Dr. Kelly, even Dante Fortune, and Teo Ministries, and if you check out that replay with TCA and Teo. Teo was on TCA today. It was real good, man. And so we're gonna get on up out of here, and we're gonna chill on out. Elephant Man Podcast Network. Grown Man Conversations dealing with. Hold on. Wait a minute. Elephant Man Podcast Network. Grown Man Conversations dealing with elephants in the room. And we are out.